Hello, Pranam Da, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from Time Between Times. And me, Owen Staton. I hope you're enjoying these swift, small Christmas videos. Stories to lead us in the run-up to the big day. I know we're all locked down, we can't go far, there's not much for us to do. But I hope I could just brighten your day for a few moments with one of these tales. Speaking of that, it's amazing. Just as I was about to make this video, I looked at the channel. We have over 200 subscribers. I started making these stories just as a way to document some of the tales I'd known, some of the tales that I performed in years gone by when we could do live performances. Just somewhere to keep them, somewhere to store them, somewhere for them to be, where people could listen to them. And now those people number over 200. Our fireplace is growing bigger by the day. And I thank you all for your lovely comments. I thank you for all the nice things that you say. And I thank you for enjoying the videos. Please continue to do so. I try and answer everyone, and I will try and answer any questions or be there for anyone who wants any support or help. I am always here. This is what we do. This is what we do at the Time Between Times. We look after each other. So, anyway, today's swift story is all about Guto Bach. Another fairy tale from a long time ago about a small child. But before we get there, let us sit back, let us relax, let us clear our mind of all the bad things that are happening, and let us lose ourselves in the time between times. The time when it was neither night nor day, but the sun has gone and the sky is grey. A time when the veil between our world and the fairy world grows wafer, wafer thin, so thin that for just a few moments you can reach out with your hand and reach into the realm of ghosts, of fairies, lights in the sky. And for just a few moments, they can reach into our realm. Let us sit round the fireplace amongst friends. We can hear the howl of wolves. We can hear the howl and growl of bears. But we know we are safe here, in the time between times. Many years ago, in the Neath Valley, there lived a young boy called Guto Bach. Guto Bach was the son of farmers and spent many of his days by himself playing in the fields. Not far from his farm there was a great rock, and on it he would sit all day long thinking of tales and adventures that he would do when he was older. But also, there he came across some strange friends. He would return at night, sometimes with coins made from paper, and give them to his parents and say, "My friends gave me these for you." And his parents would be horrified, for these were obviously the gifts from the Tylwyth Teg, and they would throw them into the fire, saying, "Do not touch anything that they give you." "But they come when I'm near the rock." "Do not go near the rock. It is a fairy rock. It is a place where the Tylwyth Teg dwell," his parents would say. But one Christmas day, Guto Bach went out the door. The sun was shining in the sky, and the Christmas dinner was cooking on the hearth. But Guto did not return for it. All the day his parents looked for him, and there was no sign of him. That night they wandered the farm with their lanterns and torches, calling his name. But there was no sign. Days turned to weeks, weeks turned to months. Months turned a whole year, until the following Christmas, which was spent in sadness, his parents again prepared a Christmas meal, a lonesome Christmas meal for just the two of them, when suddenly there was a knock at the door. His mother went to the door, turned and opened the wooden door with a creak, and there in front of her, at the time between times, stood little Guto. The same size, the same clothes, the same complexion, the same smile, but holding a parcel wrapped in paper. "Where have you been?" his mother said. "Where have you been? We have looked for you for a whole year." "I've not been gone a year," he said. "I've just been gone with my friends for a few moments. I am back. Here is a Christmas present for you." She opened the parcel, and there was a lovely dress made from a shining paper. Horrified, she threw it right in the fire. "Who gave you this?" "My friends, the Tylwyth Teg." Guto's parents were horrified, but glad to see him, and took him back into the house, not leaving him out again for fear that he would be lost. That summer, a great tragedy overtook the family, for they had invested a lot of money in a ship that was leaving for the New World, a ship carrying treasure and cloth, all for the settlers, which went down at sea. Now they owed lots of money, and their farm was to be taken from them. But his father knew. There is a tale that rock you sit upon, the rock, the far end of the farm, if moved, the Tylwyth Teg have all their gold underneath it. Many have tried, but many have failed. But we have 12 big oxen, and all of them shall move it, I have no doubt. So Guto's father, Guto, some of the farmhands, and his mother all left and tied all their ropes around the rock, and the oxen started to pull. The rock seemed to move suddenly, slowly, but then stopped. And no matter how hard the oxen pulled, no matter how hard the farmers and all their friends pulled, the rock would not be moved. Guto's parents were in anguish. They were about to lose their house. They were about to lose everything when they decided, we don't know what to do. We must move away. We must go back to live with family. We have nowhere to go. I know, said Guto, exactly what to do. I am friends with the fairy folk, and they have said that I can move the rock any time. We will go there on Christmas Day, the day when I was lost to you, the day when I gave a gift to you from the fairy kingdom, all of which you refused. But this third time, they will give a gift to you if you let it. His parents had no option. They managed to keep the bills. They managed to sell all their oxen and keep their house until just at Christmas, when it looked like all would be lost. But then they went across the field, and there was the huge round rock, names carved in it from ages gone by. The rock, his father, his friends, the oxen, none of which could move. Guto walked up to the rock, took his hand, placed it on it, and with a flick of his hand, rolled the rock down the hill, where it landed with a splash in the river. And there, just like everyone had said, was a pile of gold that made his parents the richest people the Neath Valley had ever seen. And on that Christmas they rejoiced, for they kept their farm, they bought new oxen, and every year they left a gift for the Tylwyth Teg to thank them for that had been given them. And even now, in a secret place, not far from where I sit right now, that rock lies in the river, covered in moss and still. And it is said, although many have tried, that if you have the blessings of the fairies on Christmas Day, and you can move the rock, you too will find a treasure unbound underneath. And that, my friends, is the story of Guto Bach and the Tylwyth Teg. Thank you for joining me. Join me again tomorrow for another tale in the run-up to Christmas. Please stay safe. Please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment, and please take care of yourself. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Diolch yn fawr. Hwyl fawr.